Hello, hello, hello. It's been a week since I've done this on this YouTube channel I have. But tonight, or this early evening, I wanted to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness on this journey. So, whether you're on a twin flame journey or just the journey of life, or you've maybe advanced up to the journey of self where you are doing more self discovery, it all begins with forgiveness. So, the one common denominator with all is finding you. And how do we do that? I just did a video on my Facebook page. And I started with a movie that I'd watched earlier today. I had great intentions of getting out and doing something today, and it being a day that I physically had no obligations, I went in. And I just spent time writing down thoughts and just taking a moment for me. So I watched this movie called The Shack, and The Shack moved me. This movie I watched once before, probably 3 or 4 years ago, but it moved me even more this time around. The reason being, it encompassed so much. Yes, not a twin flame journey movie per se, but it was a movie about many things, and most of the things linked into this journey. And the one biggest, the beginning of the movie, was loss and dealing with loss. And for those on this journey, the twin flame journey, many will find themselves in that emotion of feeling this great loss. And this movie went into great details about what happens when you get consumed with this emotion of loss. You pull in, but not in a way of doing self-healing. You go in and start guarding yourself in a way that you won't be able to heal because you're in a defensive position around your own soul. And this is what loss does. And for each, it takes a different time parameter for each to heal and progress out of this guarding state that we get in when we go through a loss. So what's the key? It moved on, this movie, and in the second phase of this movie, it went more into forgiveness. And in the movie, this person, the main actor, had to deal with loss, but it wasn't by anything that he did. But yet the loss was felt, and he had a great sense of guilt. And he had to learn how to deal with it, and he couldn't. He couldn't. And so he blocked out everything that was around him. He blocked out a lot of the things that were trying to help him. He pushed away much. He found at the shack the reason for and how to overcome loss and to understand loss. He also found in this moment at the shack how to deal with forgiveness and how to give forgiveness and to be forgiven. In the end, he found himself, I run to you. And you was him. He came back to him. And he found, in the end, everything that he needed was already there within him. You see, many on this journey will be in separation, this twin flame journey. Many will feel a great sense of loss. Many will feel a sense of abandonment. These are all triggers that have been designed, and I'll probably get flack on this, but have been already planned for your awakening, for you to wake up, for you to find you. You see, those who discover that they have a twin flame, that's just the beginning. Many will go through this awakening through the connection of, and then they will have these questions that will just consume them, because they will have a great sense of the reason for the connection, but your other, this person who you might feel the strangest connection towards, may not have an understanding of. And it's no matter. This journey is about you. You see, in order for any connection to work, we have to be energetically connected at the same level. Now, we can force a connection and not be at the same energetic level. And you will find most of these kind of connections, these relationships, are always based in some kind of trauma, because you're not equally yoked. So here is the rub. It's finding you. In the last video I talked about this, and some, not as much as I plan to go into. I want to slowly progress into where it is I feel that I am walking down now. And it's no longer the matter of the person who I think is my twin flame. That is no longer the thing that I seek, the person I seek. Now it's me. You see, this person comes to you, walks through you, shakes you, sets you back down, and then walks away, leaves you in a position of, what the heck just happened? And everything that you once held dear will be uprooted and shook to the core. Many will stay stumbling, fumbling, walking through this confusion, thinking that the other person is the key, where in essence the other person was the key that opened the door to who it is you are. And now it's time for you to face you. And in this facing comes much forgiveness, much letting go, much surrendering. This is the next phase. This phase is the hardest phase. This phase is where most of the work is done, and most will not be happy here because they're like, no, I don't like this. I want to be in the connection of, and I will do whatever in the physical, but they won't do whatever it's going to take. And they will sit on this carousel where it goes around and around, and you keep cycling back to the same vibration, the same situation, wondering, why is it this not changing? Why is it the coming and the going? Why is it no stability? The question is, it's about you. It's not them. It's time to find you. And this is the cause, or this is the reason that we come together with our twin flames. There's no guarantee that we will come every life cycle in contact with them. But when we do, it's on. And when it's on, it's time for you to do the work. The work for many is very discouraging because it's like, no, I want to feel good, to feel right, to be right. I want to be right now in this moment where it's like, woohoo. But that's not a guarantee. The guarantee is that you've been awakened, and that love and all that you have felt in this connection is you feeling the love that has been sparked there within you. What you were seeking has always been there within you. What are you going to do? See, this is the time now to go in, within you. And yeah, for many, patience isn't something that comes very easy. They'll sit and do a meditation and say, well, it didn't work. I asked for forgiveness, but I still have things that I feel resentment over that situation. You see, this is a process. You've acquired much through your life now, and it's not going to evaporate. It's not going to dissipate. It's not going to disappear within a blink of an eye. It took longer than a blink of an eye to manifest in your life. This is a process. Understand, the more you do, the more you understand, the more you come to terms with this that you have to do within, and you will go 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It is the process of you healing you. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to come to terms with you. You are what you have always been seeking. This is the journey. Once you get to this stage, this is the journey of self. You'll be able to look at your other and say, oh my gosh, yes, I know this connection is something, but it will be different. You will have gained maturity in this connection to where you won't be falling down crazy, sick, crying, heartbroken. You will find your balance. And this is where your power is, the power that you weld within you. And this is the goal, is to reach this pinnacle of your own journey. This is what this is all about. Everybody can sit and give, stages. And in a sense, I am also probably, but I believe this is more earnest because this is you finding you. What you are seeking has always been there within you. It's not outside you. Outside is not going to bring the happiness. It's you understanding who it is and what it is you are and have always been. This is about you coming face to face with the beautiful soul that you are. And the more healing you do, the more letting go of things that you're holding on to you do, the more forgiving you become, the more you understand the meaning of unconditional love and beginning with you. This is where it all starts to increase who it is and what it is you're here to do. I'm losing my light, so I'll probably call this one a shorty. Because I'm looking now at the YouTube, and they give you all these analytical charts, and it looks like most people drop off long before now. So, with that being said, I've got more thoughts coming up, and they happen. And this, like I said, no, I hadn't said this video, but I don't plot a course. What hits me, and then what flows, flows. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Be well, be loved always, and until next time, stay awesome.